Hey there, my little chickadees in YouTube land. How are you doing? Gregor's in front of you, trying to manufacture some energy. About take number 75 on this video. I have this problem when I'm this tired. I get a little rambly and I want to make it more concise. I don't want this video to be 10 minutes long, so I will talk to you. And the reason I turned this on is I wanted to share two things. Number one, I want to share my naked face with you. Those of you on Facebook already knew about that because I posted pictures, but how do you like the naked face? Hope you like it. Additionally, if you saw me on Facebook, I also posted how I was an Uber driver this weekend. Yeah, I joined Uber, which was a real easy process, and I'm also joining Lyft, which is a little, they have a more of a screening process. They actually had someone come and meet me, and she said, yeah, there's people we turn away. I can tell in 5 minutes that they're not right for us. So actually kudos to Lyft on that, because they actually took pictures of my car. They want to make sure they have quality vehicles and things like that. So, but not to get too much off topic, I wanted to tell you the reason why. And the reason I wanted to tell you the reason why is there might be people who are in the same situation that I am. That may want to think about doing this, and it's really, in my mind, this is brilliant. So I just want to lay the groundwork on how I came to decide to do this Uber and how it's actually blossomed into something that's a whole lot of fun. I changed jobs. A lot of people know that. The last 2 weeks, I've been in my new career. It's amazing. I love it. Working like crazy, which is interesting because I still have the energy to take on a few hours nightly or during the weekends or whenever I feel like it to do Uber. But it's an amazing job. The difference between both jobs is vast, but also the difference between the commute on both jobs is vast. I took for granted the fact that I could commute to and from work in less than 2 miles round trip, so I could go home for lunch. And now my main office is in Brown Deer. Now, the geography from Franklin to Brown Deer is long ways away for those of you who know Wisconsin geography. If you don't, get a map. I went from a round trip commute of 2 miles to 40 miles. And so I'm putting way more miles on my car, and I cannot deduct any of those. As a matter of fact, I do cover 36 locations in my new job, so I will be traveling anywhere from Portage to Kenosha, which, yes, if you know Wisconsin geography, you know that's about half the state that I'll be all over. And I can expense those miles, but I have to subtract the 40 miles from my office days because that's my normal work. And that's such a bummer because I'm used to 2 miles. So, but how Uber came into play on this is, had something to do with that, and also the fact, compounded with the fact that I wasn't used to rush hour traffic, and I can't stand it. I know Milwaukee rush hours traffic is nothing compared to LA, Chicago, and all that stuff. But for me, 20 miles, having to go 50 minutes in start and stop traffic to go 20 miles is frustrating because I'm used to just being able to get there because I didn't have to deal with it. But the cool thing is I decided what I would do is drive to the east side of Milwaukee. From Brown Deer to the east side, I could just take regular streets. I wouldn't have to take the expressway. And get there pretty quick because I don't have to deal with all that traffic. And give some college kids Uber rides, you know, over that time. To pass by the time to get, once rush hour's over, then I have a smooth sail home. And in that meantime, that hour, or however long I do it for, goes by like that, because it's really cool. The Uber experience is cool. I'll get into that in a second. And I make some money on top of it. But here's the beauty, and this is where I was talking about the situation, the reason I was giving you all those mileage information, going from 2 to 40 back and forth, is if you're with Uber or with Lyft, you're an independent contractor. You are a small business. So my miles on the way home, because I am on my clock, are now deductible. I took half of my miles back and forth, and I can deduct those off my taxes. Is that not cool? On top of that, I just got a new HP Envy, which the main uses I use for that is now doing spreadsheets and things that I'm going to do for Uber and my tax deductions and things like that. My cell phone bill is getting a lot bigger. I went and added a tablet to my plan because I actually put this in my car and have it do all kinds of neat things for the customer experience. That I can deduct off my taxes. The increase in internet I can deduct off my taxes. I mean, that is really amazing. I've already done a ton of tax deductions. It doesn't matter how much I work for Uber. So I mean, just a couple hours a week, and this stuff is all tax deductible. How cool is that? How amazing is that? So from that tax advantage, that is really cool. Doing it on Fridays and Saturdays are now icing on the cake. I didn't know I was going to do that. But these last 2 nights, they've been so much fun and so busy. And yeah, I made a lot of money the last 2 nights. so I might do it on weekends because I kind of quit drinking anyway, and I haven't been going out a lot lately. This is a much more social situation for me than when I did go out. I met more people than I could go clubbing, go to 5 clubs and not meet as many people as I did Friday and Saturday night. Interesting people from all walks of life, from all ages. Oh, it was really cool. Of course, you have to deal with inebriated people too who are yelling for no reason, but what can you do? But it was a great experience, and I'm happy to share that with you. I may do a series of videos on Uber because about how I have my car set up, how I do my expenses, some of the apps I use to track my expenses, and there's really cool apps to track your mileage and all that stuff. So I may do a kind of little video series on Uber in my experiences with it, and of course maybe I'll have the little car cam on there, and we'll do a little fun thing with my goofy customers. That's YouTube worthy. If you're thinking about doing Uber, I'd say try it, because there really is no obligation. I mean, it's not like you're signing any contract. I mean, you honestly, literally can do it for a day and decide you don't want to do it. Or you can try to do it as your full-time gig. I don't know if I'd recommend it, at least not in this area. I mean, if every day was like Saturday or Sunday, you can make maybe a decent living, perhaps, but everything, you know, the cost of living is too much for that. This is just a nice supplemental thing, and for me, in my opinion, it's amazing. If you have another career, the tax deductions on this is amazing. So wanted to share that with you. Oh man, I made this video 7 minutes, so I'm going to wrap it up now. I hope you had a good takeaway with this, and hopefully you're interested in other videos about Uber, because I might do some more. I do promise a bulletproof coffee video in a little while. A couple people did ask for that, so I will do that. And you guys have a great week. I'm going to bed.